Mars is arguably the planet that NASA and other space agencies are most interested in. It's the second closest planet to Earth, and also one of the places where extraterrestrial life and human colonization are possible. Because of this, they frequently send spacecraft to the red planet to learn more about it and its suitability for those things. These spacecraft often land on these planets and use rovers to move around the surface. The most recent rover that was launched to Mars was the Perseverance rover, and that's what we're covering in today's video. Before we get into what it is and what it hopes to accomplish, I would appreciate you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell to stay tuned for future content. Okay, so what has the mission done so far? Well, not much other than actually get to the red planet. It launched on July 30th, 2020 as the third spacecraft to launch during the most recent Mars launch window. In case you don't know, due to how the planets move in their orbits, there is a very brief window where spacecraft can get to Mars in an optimal amount of time and thus use as little fuel as possible. And that happens every 2 years or so. In case you're wondering, the other two were from missions from the UAE and China. For 7 months, the spacecraft made their way to Mars and got there in the same order in which they launched in the middle of February. Then came the most intense part of the mission, landing. You see, Mars landings are extremely difficult. There is a period of 6 minutes where the conditions in the atmosphere that the spacecraft is falling through permits no communication between the spacecraft and mission control. This means that during this period, the spacecraft has to operate completely on its own, and even one little mistake can cause it to crash. There's even a nickname for this: 6 minutes of terror. Due to this and other factors, Mars missions only have a 40% success rate. Incredibly, all three spacecraft either landed or inserted themselves into Martian orbit without a hitch, including Perseverance. Ever since then, the rover has been more or less sitting on Mars while it prepares for its main objectives. So what are these main objectives? Well, there are two things that the mission hopes to accomplish. First, it landed in a region of Mars that is theorized to have contained oceans in the past, and possibly microbial life. Perseverance is designed to look for signs of these ancient oceans, and possibly even ancient life. Or if we're lucky, life that is actually, well, alive. The second objective is something kinda crazy: the flight of a helicopter on Mars. You see, Perseverance took it with it a helicopter, though more like a drone, called Ingenuity, and its job is to conduct the first aerial flight on another planet and take pictures from the air. The result could be pictures straight out of a movie, snapshots of the Martian landscape from the air. To be fair, Ingenuity, again, more resembles a drone than a helicopter, but same thing. If the flight is successful, then it will not only prove that we can get action movie scenes on another planet, but also that we can actually fly stuff in the thin Martian atmosphere, which could be crucial for colonization down the line. And that wraps up this video about the latest Martian rover. As always, I would appreciate you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell to stay tuned for future content. Thanks, and have a great rest of your day.